Something that I've never associated Mexico with is fast cars, until I became obsessed with F1. What connects Mexico and fast cars is the Mexican Grand Prix and its circuit Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, located in Mexico City. The number of laps of the race is 71, and the circuit length is roughly 2.7 miles. The circuit sits on a whopping 2,285 meters above sea level, making it the highest circuit on the F1 calendar. The development of the Mexican Grand Prix started all the way back in 1959. Don Pedro Rodriguez, father of the most famous racing brothers in Mexico, Pedro and Ricardo Rodriguez, was an advisor to the Mexican president at the time, Adolfo López Mateo. Don Pedro suggested building a racing circuit in Mexico City's Magdalena Mixahualca Sports Park using the existing internal roads. The president liked the idea, and the track was completed under a year. Keep in mind, F1 at the time was roughly about 10 years old. The circuit included a huge high-speed blank, which was a 180-degree right-hander with almost zero runoff, which was the highlight of the track. F1 cars arrived in 1962 for a non-championship race. A year later, in 1963, the race officially joined the F1 calendar and sat at the back end of the campaign. The first race was won by Jim Clark, but was overshadowed by the death of the promising driver Ricardo Rodriguez. Rodriguez suffered a suspension failure at the entry of the blank. The unfortunate events of the Mexican circuit did not end there. During the 1970 race, the event was marred by crowd-controlled chaos. Spectators surged onto the grass runoff, and a stray dog ran onto the track, and bottles were also thrown onto the tarmac. This, plus the death of Pedro Rodriguez, came together and the event was dropped, ultimately due to safety issues.
Regresamos al circuito Hermanos Rodríguez de la Magdalena Michuca, en donde vamos a ver nuevamente la rearrancada al Gran Premio de México.
Yet against all odds, the race returned to the calendar after more than a decade in 1986, 1 year after the devastating earthquake that struck Mexico City. During this time, the circuit was redesigned to improve safety and renamed after the nation's two beloved brothers, which is known till this day as Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. All this to then be dropped again in 1992 due to problems with dangerous bumpy track surface and as well as terrible air pollution and growing civil unrest in Mexico City. With this, many thought that the Mexican Grand Prix was just going to be another page in F1 history. However, in 2011, Carlos Slim revealed plans to return the Mexican Grand Prix. Huge renovations had to be done, including infrastructural repairs and tweaks to the circuit done by Herman Tilke. A new sequence of corners were made to open the laps at turn 1, 2, and 3, as well as a new stadium section in place of the blank that killed Ricardo Rodriguez many years back. Besides those changes, the circuit followed a lot of the original. Construction was done in August of 2015, and the Mexican Grand Prix was hosted in November of that same year. In my opinion, another big push to bring back the Mexican Grand Prix was due to the success of Mexican drivers like Sergio Checo Perez and Esteban Gutierrez. Ultimately, the Mexican Grand Prix isn't going anywhere, and if it does, it'll probably make a comeback. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. Hope to see you in the next one where I take whatever I'm obsessed with and connect it to Mexico. Oh, I started a Twitch channel, so if you want to subscribe, hopefully I'll stream quite a bit, but I'm trying to get better on posting on this channel more often, so hopefully to see you there. And thank you again for watching, and see you next time. Bye! With this, many thought that the Mexican Grand Prix was just going to be another page in F1 history. But y'all were fucking wrong.